All right, listen up, kids. We're all, you know what? We're all children here. We're all children. All right, if you want to watch a feel-good movie that just oozes with life lessons that are incredibly relevant, I strongly encourage you to watch Up, U-P, Up, a 2009 animated movie from Disney Pixar Studios. For one, it teaches you to not put your dreams on the shelf for someday, or you'll end up regretting not doing if tomorrow never comes. It also imparts the very Christian message about loving well and enjoying the blessing of every single day, saying yes and being open to the small miracles that surround you. Another wisdom nugget from Up is it's never too late to find meaning and purpose in your life. Life is too short. Treat it as an adventure. Then there's one other life lesson from this wonderful movie that is relevant to our readings today. And it is the principle of living life forward, not backward. The movie tells us, don't get stuck in the past. Once you make it through the first heart-wrenching 11 minutes of the movie, you'll see that the story centers around a man named Carl Fredricksen who just cannot let go of his past. He clings desperately to the life that he shared with his recently deceased wife, Ellie. He holds tightly to their house and to everything inside it. And he obsesses with the idea of taking Ellie to their dream destination of Paradise Falls. But ultimately, Carl realizes that his time with his beloved Ellie is in the past, and that his future holds possibilities of new relationships and new adventures. And this is the message Jesus is telling us today. Eyes forward. Quit looking in the rearview mirror. Okay, it's fine to look once in a while. After all, we need to learn from our past, and it's important to remember where we came from and who helped us to get where we are. Nobody's saying that the past is not important, but we can't change the past. We can, however, have a significant amount of control over how our future turns out. Listen again to what Jesus says at the very end of today's gospel. He says, "No one who sets a hand to the plow and looks to what was left behind is fit for the kingdom of God." He said this after two individual requests from a couple of people who were considering following him. One guy simply wanted to go home and bury his father, and the other guy just wanted to say farewell to his family. But instead of Jesus simply saying, "Yes, please take care of burying your dad first," or "Yes, please go hug your wife and kids first," instead of saying things like that, Jesus throws them some cryptic language that can easily be interpreted as him being insensitive and cruel. It almost seems like Jesus does not care for families, that he does not care about the relationships that are important to us, and does not even believe in duty or responsibility or basic kindness. What's up with Jesus? Why does he seem harsh and heartless to these people? Well, he's not, really. Jesus is not being harsh and heartless. What Jesus is really doing is he's forcing us to evaluate the depth of our belief, our commitment, and our faith. And by the way, in all probability, the man's father was not dead, and not even nearly dead. Most likely, the guy meant, "I will follow you, Lord, after my father has died." True faith is always forward-looking. If we want to live a life of deep faith, we mustn't obsess about who we were yesterday. It's not about the mistakes and sins we have made or the hurts that were inflicted on us. or the troubles that have come our way. Rather, it's about making honest assessments of who we are today and imagining who we want to be tomorrow. And as the gospel clearly tells us, it's about following someone who is right in front of us and within us. It's Jesus. Jesus, who's inviting us to love well by loving more, giving more, and being more. But that can't happen if we're stuck in the past, constantly clinging to things we need to let go of, constantly focusing only on what was and not on what can be. God did not create us to live boring lives. He intends for us to experience the excitement and inspiration of perpetual transformation. This transformative experience is what it means to walk with God. Let today remind us that as long as we're breathing, life holds the opportunity for countless adventures, some of the most profound being the ones we don't realize are occurring right in front of our very eyes. As the saying goes, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the Mass. This virtual Mass is broadcast to hundreds of people every day of the week. You know, over 100 years ago, the very first celebrations of the Mass took place on the second floor of the Glenview Public House. It's been inconceivable that 100 years later, we would be reaching so many people all over the world through this technology. If you'd like to support the ongoing broadcasts of OLPH's Masses, please go to our website, go to Give Central, and you'll be able to support the ongoing outreach of this virtual ministry. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us in prayer. God bless you.